Howdy gamers, this is Lark with Games and Gaming Miniatures, and welcome back to Ostriv for episode 9. So, earlier in the week we got a new patch, and I decided to restart just to be safe that there weren't any issues between the old save file and the stuff under the new patch. I rebuilt the city, and I changed a few things, and I added a few things, so we're going to look at that, and I'll tell you more about it. Alright, I think we only had one chicken coop. I managed to add 6. I started off originally with the same way we did originally. I produced my hatchlings, and then I split the hatchlings off to the next chicken coop. And after a while, I just started buying chickens. I had the money. The cattle farm, we totally did it the same way as I did before. I did buy some extra oxen, though, so that I could get my plows made. But I just gradually split the cows off into the different cow sheds and got them back to where they're supposed to be. Now on the farm, I moved it over so I could relay out the fields. These 3 fields right here were built with the pastures on the cow shed where it says add pasture. Then I turned around, clicked on one, went into the rubber band looking things to link it to my farm, and as long as I make sure I have 3 fallow fields anywhere on the farm, I could use those fields for growing crops. Now, I did want to restrict my width here, so I just made the 2 of these smaller right next to the farm. And I went ahead and added 2 cart locations, which brings me to the carpenter. I maxed him out with both guys working there. They're doing a pretty good job of maintaining the carts, and I've only been adding 1 cart at a time. As you can see, I had a little trouble there lining stuff up. I'm going to go ahead and put a platform here now. The farms will use this platform. The people will not. And I have all of these wells, and I'm going to say use them for production, not citizens. That means that the people in these houses will not come over here and get this water. It's strictly for the farms. And they will most likely go to the closest one anyway, and I'll show you where I put those. Okay, and I put those along here. See, I've got a group of wells here, and there's another group, and then I got the market stalls in separate locations so that the people don't have to go to the extreme of one end of the map to the other. Now, what happened in the last one is when I laid it out and I put the water wells over here, the farms kept using them. And I'd go over and look at a bunch of them, looked like they were empty, and I kept having to add them, and then I finally realized that the farms were taking the water. And you remember, they carry a lot of water because I put the 1,000 on the water. I maxed out my people in a lot of the buildings. Maxed out this. This was a huge thing right here. These guys can really build now. And also, you see how the lines here, the path making is kind of cool that the people make a path. But when you get all these lines going through here, it really gets annoying, and a lot of people don't like it. And we talked about using the fences to fix that. As you can see around my trading post here, the only paths are caused by the gate where the wagons and people come in and out. Nobody's running across here to get to another location. So that's how you use the fence, to kind of keep that pathing under control. See over here? I boxed off my town hall, so the only people going in there is my mayor and the construction workers to check in. And you see, it's just a straight one path. Don't have a bunch where they were crossing over it and everything. So that's really helpful. Alright, so now we've got 17 cows here, 19 here, and 18 here. So we're ready to start the slaughterhouse. I hate doing it. I've gotten attached to these cows as I've raised them all. But the needs of our people outweigh the needs of my pets. And we're going to put this right here. Does seem kind of gruesome, doesn't it? Alright. And I'll supply that with 2 guys and see if they can keep up. On average, what happens is, once I start getting more cattle, I'm going to go ahead and take these check marks off. I'm not going to do manual slaughter. I'm just going to go ahead and let them do the automated to show you how it works. the slaughterhouse will come pick up the cattle, and they will start with the oldest. And what happens is when they get new ones born there, they'll go to the bottom of the list. And what that means is they'll be the younger ones, and they'll force the ones on the top to be taken to the slaughterhouse because of their age. And that's how the cycling works. Sort of like with the chickens. If I get 21, somebody's going to the slaughterhouse. Now, I don't need to protect anymore. The main reason I had it was in case I built the slaughterhouse at some point before I had enough cattle. It was all just preparation. Alright, and since we've started the slaughterhouse, we may as well go ahead and start our tanning production and get it prepped. Let's see, Tannery. Yep, too far over. And we'll just... I'm trying to make sure I don't line up with the fences because nothing stops me from doing that. I can go over the fence. See, I can put it right there. Don't want it right there. It is something they may want to look into at some point to keep us from doing that. Alright, and we got a saddlery. And we got one more building. It should be a shoesmith or something like that. Let's see. Shoemaker's workshop. Alright. See how they're cutting the shortcut there? We're going to put a stop to that. Also, let's talk about my laborers. I have so many laborers now, I got to keep them busy in between a harvest and sowing. So I go in here and I tell it to do the labor by hand and labor by cart so that they can empty the stuff that's associated with these items. So they'll go over to the building where these items are stored and they'll empty it out and see how full it gets. They'll do the closest one first, then they'll go to the next. And I believe we're ready to start. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. So that I've caught you up now, and let's do this. Let's go ahead and move the slaughterhouse up. I've got plenty of people. We'll do the tannery. And we'll just go ahead and get all this stuff ready. There we go. Alright, we're going to go back up here at the smithy. I maxed them out, and I started just a few horseshoes at a time. I've got plenty of nails, so what I think I'm going to do is try... Let's see if I got plenty of iron. Let's just start a second smithy. I was going to go ahead and do something different, but I think we'll start a second smithy. And I'll have him specialize in getting the extra iron processed into horseshoes and parts for my carts. That sounds like a plan. Man, let's talk about these fields over here. I mentioned before that if I wanted to clear an area, I'd have to do it one tree at a time. Or I could put something to build there and it would prioritize clearing that area. I used my fields to do this with. And what that means is all these fields are going to have the trees cut down before they do anything else to them. Both forestries will prioritize this effort. And while they're doing this, the fields can't be built, so the builders go to the next building that they're capable of building in the queue. So even though you got all these ahead of them, they're going to go to here because of the trees. How are we doing here? If you do what I'm doing here with the laborers, control your laborers by turning them off when you don't need them. They finished there. Nope, they still got it right there. So they're still cleaning that out. And they'll start over here in a minute. I got plenty of iron. And see, here's part of my issue, the salt. And, well, that's not too bad. I'm still going to need to buy a lot more of that stuff. These 100,000 units. Now, I'm getting spoiled by that, but I suspect at some point they're going to tell us, hey, y'all are limited to X number of units per slot or building. which would require you to make more warehouses. Right now it's okay. I was curious how many the limit was. We're just going to keep pushing it and see if it says, oh no, you can't do it no more. Alright, so now these people were short on money. It's because they just went to buy all their food. See all these slots? But I'm going to go ahead and give them 5, and I'm going to see the chicken coop in the warehouse. I've got this set up to pay them a percentage of the base pay that I'm paying them. They're up to 80% there. Let's check the chicken coop out. And it's at 8%. At some point, these numbers are going to get up to 100%, by the way. Boatyard and chicken coop. Looks like we're going to have to move the chicken coop up. So basically, those people will get 90% of $1.80. That's not too bad. And it's only because I started micromanaging this money at the beginning. Eventually, we will end up back at 100%. Now, let's take a look at our slaughterhouse. Our slaughterhouse will take in cows and pigs and slaughter them. All the meat will go into this granary. I've got it set up already. And if I have hides, I plan on putting them over here in the warehouse. So, we're set there. And let's just go ahead and start him at 80. I believe it's men only in this building again. And you know what? I'm pretty sure I got 2 guys that can work this building. And I know that if I have 3 to 4 calves born every year, that means that they're going to keep those guys pretty busy. So we're just going to go ahead and set that up. And do I have any empty slots here? I can go ahead and put beef in. Yeah, let's put beef in here. Alright. Oh, hey, bud. Yes, we will take all the salt. And I think I got money. Yeah, I got plenty of money. We'll take about half the lime for now. I don't have anything to sell, so I'm going to have to leave that alone for now. But see how less distracting those 2 areas are? By using the fences, I fixed that. But it gets really annoying. Got the same problem here. And conceivably, I could run a fence down through here and clean that up. I mainly did show you how to do it. Okay. So, they've started getting the cattle. So, I'm going to go up here to one of the warehouses. That one's done, so I can just delete it, see? It's gone. Let's see. I'm looking for an empty slot. Oh, there we go. We're going to have to start adding more warehouses to the game here. So we're just going to go ahead and do another row of them. Keyboard Command F to turn it around. Yes, Y will go completely end to end. F will go half turns if you're using the default commands. There we go. Tannery's ready. Let's go ahead and put it at 80. Really need to give those guys a raise. I'm going to go over here, and that's 3 batches. So we're going to go ahead and let them stock that slowly. I'm not in a hurry. And if you look here, that's all 3 batches lined out for you, and it takes like 6 months. Once they get everything they need, they'll list it right here what they need. See? And I know that's not right. It takes 500 hides, and it's saying 10 right there, so something's wrong. Oh, I guess it's 10 hides now. Must be something they changed in the patch. It used to be 500 of them. I don't know what to make of that. Let's go check these guys up. Y'all still moving that? I got tickled at in one of my games. I had decided to empty the forestry. I looked down, and this one woman was carrying by hand a whole log. That's the same log you will watch these guys go cut down and take 2 guys to carry it. And I said, that's just weird, until I saw the guy with the cart troll up, park his cart, pick up one, and put it in his cart. I'm like going, what the heck? So I said, boy, those must be some weak foresters. It's probably something I'll have to fix later. Trading post and market stall. Well, I just gave the chicken coops a raise. What are we paying these people? Oh, we can afford to give them up to 80%. Hopefully. And there's my unemployed and labor. So let's see if we can't go employ the unemployed. And we're still buying hemp. I think we're going to grow some hemp because I have got a lot of potatoes and stuff. And I'm making the oil okay. So yeah, a whole round of hemp and sunflowers to make more oil wouldn't hurt. I'm going to go ahead and start him out at 80. Yes, I know at some point I will have to pay the laborers more, but there's a lot more of them. Let's start with 200 metal parts when I get them. And let's go with 250 on the leather. That way, when I get my first batch of leather, I'll have enough to do both. Does that sound like a plan? I think it does. Let's go find these carts. I got more carts running around, and I need to make sure I've built them all. I think I started some up here by the warehouses. No, I didn't. I need to. So we're going to go ahead and do more. I'm pushing this, by the way. I think I'm okay as long as I build them one at a time. But I guess we're going to find out. Worst case scenario, I have to build a second carpenter. Where's my second smithy? There he is. When that one gets built, we'll add some more people to it also. I need to tell these people to stop because it's almost time to harvest. If not already starting. Yep, it's already started. Check this out. Now, they will add people here as they need them. And at some points, I get all the way over to here. Let's see if I can do it. See, here comes some more people. And it's so cool to watch them harvest the crops. And as I said before, it's the little things that make a game fun. Some people would probably find this boring, but me, I'm just mainly showing you the laborers. Alright, so we're up to the first batch of laborers. One lady can't make it from up. They're all going home again. Now, it's going to be close to if we're going to get all these fields harvested, but I have done it before. I think some of it depends on what I've planted in the bigger fields and how many big fields I've got to go. And you can move them up if you want to make sure certain fields get done. Just click and slide all the way up to where you want it. We can go with the wheat, just so I can stockpile it. We're going to be starting wagons and horses soon, probably the next episode. And then we'll start looking at going and getting that stone and the lime, so we can quit buying the lime and see how to process it. Now, they should go to the next building here soon. Yep, there you go, see? Those are smaller fields, so they'll finish those in no time right there. And I believe they'll go to this one next. We'll see. But let's see how many people we got. We almost filled up that time. We probably did while I was gone. Also, I think that the fields, if you go longwise, if you've got an odd shape like this one, the rectangle here, I think going side to side is much faster than end to end. And they've started over here. Now, these gaps are caused because the game was automatically telling them where to run the people over, and the people going for that swath right there aren't there yet. So you'll see that a lot. Nothing wrong with the game, it's just that the people were doing something else, but they were in there long enough to get slated to go to that section. And you'll watch it start filling up here. I'm just checking to make sure we don't have any bread loaves here. And I forgot to turn that one off. I knew that those people were running over this way for some reason. Technically, the people that you have working there are going to go get the stuff to put in there, and when they're not busy, they'll help the other ones. But I like using the laborers to get a rapid movement of product. That's how I empty out my trading post, my farm. I'll empty it out the same way. I'll go over to the granary and put the laborers on there to help. But I maxed out my granary too, so these 4 people will start carrying stuff over if they're not helping with the farm. Alright, so we've got 4 of the fields done. We've started on a 5th. See the difference that a lot of people, and especially in the laborer part, make? I mean, it really makes a huge difference. There, now you can see better. And our cows are going back. See? We have 20 cows. 20 there. And 20 there. And we've processed stuff here. We should be okay. We're going to probably get another huge push to finish up. I've had to leave a few fields behind because I got guys hired into new jobs that took away from my laborers. I think I've got enough. If not, I'm going to get the majority of the crops. That's a loud rooster. I think this was my hemp. No, buckwheat. That's okay. We won't miss that little bit of buckwheat. We already have 12,000. Plus, I think we've got another, 3,000 or 4,000 is going to be here. But I suspect we'll get some of it because they're fixing to go up there any minute now and start harvesting it. Let's see. Here they go. Those gaps are where the first people, see? Now people come in and fill the gaps. They're going to get the whole thing. Alright, back to what we're doing here, since it looks like they're going to get the whole thing. So we're doing pretty good. I doubt they'll slaughter anymore because usually the cattle are during the spring and summer and fall, I think. And our tannery has started. It's not going to be ready till April. And I'm going to go ahead and man these buildings. Just double checking my numbers. Oh, men and women can work on shoes. Nice. And I need changes to 250 just so I can split the first batch. Alright, so now you see how we got all of this stuff in here? This is what I'm talking about earlier. Now we're going to go tell them to use the cart and the by hands. And they're going to come in here, and what's processed, there's still some stuff that's not processed, but they're going to come pick everything up. And it works just like this. And they'll be clearing that out. So let's go up here and see how the foresters are doing. They've got 6 there and 7 there. They'll be done with that in a minute. However, since we're not concerned overly about the trees, let's go ahead and start laying out another residential section. Hit Y to turn it around. Now, I'm not worried about those trees in the path because I've already got them set to manually remove. And I'm going to have to wait till they're done there. But I started the trees, laying them out. And let's go ahead and lay our fields out for the next production run. 62 and 55. Let's let that one go fallow. Let's do sunflowers there. I'm pretty sure I got plenty of food. I could do wheat too. So we're going to go do, let's see, 73, 78. Let's do wheat there. And we're going to change this one to hemp. We'll let that one go fallow. Let's see, it's 2 going fallow. That was being difficult. There we go. We'll put wheat there. And I'm going to let this one go fallow. We're going to do hemp on this one. Just because I want to get some more hemp. We're good. We're going to let this one fallow. I think I'm going to get some extra fallows here. Well, that didn't make sense, but you know what I mean. 70, 64. Hemp. $44.65. 83. And we'll do another hemp here. I haven't got the auto rotation set yet. I'm going to specify what I'm building for now, and it just takes me a few minutes to set this up. Alright, we're set there now. Now our chickens should be just about maxed out. They're maxed out there. We're maxed out there. Almost. So, in exception of that field, we should start seeing an increase on our chicken production. And come April, we'll see what happens. We're going to go ahead and clean that one out. Don't have any leather yet. I'm pretty sure I got plenty of iron. We haven't put anybody in that building yet. And they're not going to make any nails at all. They're going to make metal parts and horseshoes. I got a building making nails. For that matter, we're going to stop making horseshoes here. So we're situated there. Oh, let's see what you need. They just went and stocked their food up. But I will take a look at the cow sheds. Apparently that's the main one. Okay, we'll take that one up to 90. And you're unemployed. We'll find a building to put you in. There we go. Now they're going to come cut these trees down, see? What's the farm paying? So we're working on our houses. And let's get rid of that one. I'm going to have to move my hay drying racks around. That's got to be uneven ground to some degree there. And yeah, these houses will take a little longer, but I've only got 1 or 2 trees, so we should be okay. I'm afraid that's going to be... Nah, we can build past it. Let's check our farm and make sure everything's been picked up. Yep, so we can turn this off. I think we had the sunflowers moving too. Build 1 cart. Well, since we started that other smithy, I'm going to go ahead and capitalize on the iron here. Because I do have dry spells when it comes to getting your iron. We haven't looked at the clothes lately to see how many clothes we've got. I think it's back here somewhere. Everyone but the last one. So we got 590 clothes. So we get a little more clothes, we'll start putting out a lot of clothes. We can sell those, but I don't think we get a lot of money for those. Making sure I'm telling to put clothes down here. And I left it out. But I did get the beef down here. How are we doing planting? Looks like they're nearly done. Let's see, growth. Oh, they got about 6 more fields. Maybe 4. Well, we're doing good with the chicken eggs now. I'm pretty sure I have chicken eggs set up. Let's go double check it. There's 1 batch of eggs. So I only got 1 batch, huh? Well, let's just start it off here. I'm sure somebody needed a job. There we go. Let's check down here. Are you kidding me? Alright, first of all, I don't have any beef down here. So let's swap this one out for beef. I don't even have chicken. There's an extra honey, so let's put chicken down here too. May have to put another market at this end of the map. There's our beef and honey. Alright, put the chicken and chicken eggs. So let's see. Chicken. I still haven't put the eggs in. Swap out an extra honey for eggs. That's good. I am going to need a couple more markets on this end of the map. We've already maxed that out. Just like that, 200 eggs are gone. Now, if you find your guys with carts aren't moving stuff around, you need to see what the cart situation is. It could be a matter of not having enough carts. The carts are broken or the carts need repaired. Looks like our new neighborhood's coming right along. Well, it looks like my foresters have caught up and cut this handful of trees. See how much quicker it was when there was only 1 or 2 trees on each section? I think we had 2 here and like 1 here. I can't remember. But they cleared them right out, didn't they? Let's take a look at the granaries. There we go. Yeah, we're going to hit 100% real quick there. Looks like it's time to start putting some more fields down. Curious. I'm going to wait. We need to build up our money because horses are expensive. Look at that. And we will be getting some horses soon. Next episode, for that matter, and start setting up the wagons. So we should be building horseshoes now and more metal parts. So let's go over, let me get another cart going. Let's go over here, and we've got 42 horseshoes now. We're still working on metal parts, but I know why that number keeps going down. It's going down because we're making all these carts. And it's May, so let's go up here and check this out. Did we miss my leather finishing? Looks like we did. And it took out the leather that was up here that we were waiting on. Scrolled everything up, and the new batch is down there in the queue. And where is that leather? It's over here and over here. And we're making boots. Yay, boots. So let's go in here and put the boots in, because it looks like we got a bunch of them. And let's go ahead and max that out, because I'm going to be putting more stuff in there. Missed my window on the leather. Since we're getting ready to do horses, I think I'm going to put the boots in here. Well, they're technically shoes, but not, I call them boots because those are boots. Shoes only come up to your ankle, but they're calling them shoes. We're doing pretty good so far. So that's going to do it for this episode. And I'd appreciate it if you liked the video, you hit that thumbs up icon under the video screen. And if you didn't like it, you're more than welcome to hit the thumbs down. Just leave me a comment to let me know why you didn't like it. And if you can offer some suggestions to improve it, I'd appreciate it. Or if you have any questions, go down there and hit the comments and leave a comment. I'd also like to point out that in my descriptions area, you can click on the show more and it'll give you the link to this game if you're seeing this video for the first time. If you liked my video, go down and hit the subscribe button. And there's a bell right next to it. If you click on that and set it up, it'll let you know when my next video comes out. Now y'all take care and have a great day. Thanks.